What's going on, guys? It's Nate here. Thought I would make a little video, kind of a little track guide of the Nurburgring 24-hour for the Iracing event that's coming up for you guys. So here we go. I ran a 9:19 with qualifying fuel, so a decent lap, I think. So there's definitely time to be made here for sure. But here we go. So coming down to the GP part of the circuit, you're going to actually use this 100-meter braking board as your marker. Gonna start braking a little bit before that. Gonna bring it down to second gear, and then try to pull this next corner in as tight as possible, giving throttle as soon as you know you can make the corner right about here. Start modulating that throttle, not too much, so you don't slip those front tires. Coming down to this next part of the circuit, you're going to give some brake and then get down to fourth gear. And start giving some throttle once you know you can make it. This next corner is going to be third gear. So just pull it around and then give throttle once you know you can make it. Going to be using this this stripping right here, right when that starts, start braking. Get down to third gear. Start modulating the throttle, and then full throttle once you know you can make it. Gonna give a little bit of lift here, just to get that rear around. This next corner, I use this 100-meter braking board as a marker. You're going to want to get down to fourth gear. And then you're going to want to give a lift right up here, and some braking, just to bring that rear around. And full throttle all the way down this back straight. Came in a little hot on this next corner, but I usually try to start braking a little bit before this 50-meter braking board. Get down to fourth gear here. You can cut these both pretty tight. Just watch for that curb on the outside. That's pretty big. Right here, this next corner, I kind of use this over here as a braking marker. You're gonna want to get down to third gear in here. So third gear for this next corner. This next corner is just going to give a lift. So right about here, lift completely off the throttle, bring that rear around, keep going, and then right when you know you can make it, give that full throttle. I did start braking really early for this next one because I kept losing my rear, and I just wanted to get a decent lap for this video. So I did start braking right about here, so which is pretty early, but you got to be careful here because the rear likes to come around. So did get down to fourth gear here, pretty much fourth gear through this whole section here. Trying not to ride the curbs too much because they're pretty aggressive. I'm going to give some braking through this next corner, pull it in as tight as possible, trying to get the best exit to the next corner. And then coming up to, I think, the fastest corner of the circuit, you're just going to want to lift right about here. So you want to lift off the throttle, and then let's see, where would I go? Yeah, right about here, completely off the throttle, and then just try to pull it in as tight as possible, and then you get back on the throttle right here when you know you can make it. Just full speed down this back straight. This next corner here, you're going to want to turn in sooner than you think. I feel like the closer you get to this curving, it kind of pulls you a little bit. So turn in right here. So it looks like I'm starting to lift off the throttle. Lift completely off the throttle. until you know that rear can come around, and then right here I start getting back on the throttle. This corner's hard because there's not really many braking reference markers, so I'm pretty sure I start braking. Yeah, there's like a right here where the road changes. It looks like I started braking right when I hit that. So you're gonna want to get down to 4th gear, and then full throttle once you know you can make it. Careful of that curbing on the exit because it does throw you around a little bit. These curbs are okay to hit. Gonna downshift and brake to this next corner, 1 gear to 5th. And then you can give a little bit of throttle in between these 2 corners just to pull you through quicker. I'm gonna get down to 3rd here. Careful of these curbs because they are huge. This next corner, it's a downshift 1 gear and a little bit of brake. Same goes for this next one. Gonna get down to 4th with a little bit of brake to bring the rear around. Full throttle through here. Gonna make it back up to 5th and then back down to 4th. Careful of these curbs, they're pretty big. This next part you can do full throttle. You just got to be as far over to the right as possible. Be careful to not hit these curbs. Yeah, you want to get right in this crevice right here. If you hit this curb, it's pretty massive, so it will throw you about and probably make you crash. So you want to make sure you don't hit that, but get as close as possible to it. Same goes with this next one. Stayed in 5th this whole time. A little bit of braking back here. Yeah, right here, just to kind of bring that rear around. I did start braking pretty early here. I think this is one of the hardest braking zones of the circuit because just the downhill and the turning nature of it is pretty easy to lose the rear. So I started braking right about here. So it looks like not full braking because I did brake really early. And then you're going to get down to 3rd, try to pull it in as tight as possible, and throttle once you know you can get out of there. This next corner is downshift 1 gear with a little bit of braking. Pulling in as tight as possible. This next corner is 4th gear. Pull it as tight as possible here. Try to get the best exit speed out of here. That's an easy corner to make up a lot of time for sure. This next corner, I use this Yokohama sign right here as my braking marker. You're gonna want to get down to 4th gear. Try to get a really good exit out of here. The earlier you can get on the throttle, the better. These TCR cars are definitely different to drive than the GP cars because you need to make sure that your rear is coming around before you get on the throttle, because once you get on that throttle, all that weight just shifts. I think I kept it up in 6th gear here with a full lift of the throttle. Yep, full lift right there. Looks like I gave a little bit of brake through this one. Yep, so a little bit of brake right about here just to get the rear around and get back on that throttle as soon as possible. Full gear or full throttle through this next corner. And then I'm going to use this red stripping right here on the left as my braking marker. Going to get down to 4th gear here. Could definitely have brought it in tighter and had a better exit here. So I've been using kind of this marker right here on the left is when I start braking right here. So I totally botched this carousel. But you're gonna want to get down to 3rd gear, and I was coming in too hot here, so it threw me out so you're going to want to get down to third and just try to keep it in as tight as possible. And you're going to want to modulate the throttle just probably about 40–50% as you're coming through here, not full throttle, because it will pull you out. I got a little too trigger happy on the throttle here on the way out, and it pulled me, slingshotted me out. But if you do it right, you should be right in here, and then you can start giving full throttle, which will give you a good kind of slingshot out of the carousel. Full throttle up here. On this next corner, full throttle as well. Just try to keep it in tight. Keep it in 5th gear here with a full lift right about here. And then you're going to want to get down to 4th gear for this next one with some braking. Full lift. Looks like full lift through here. Yeah, right about here. Full lift just to bring that around. Some braking here in the full lift, and I believe a downshift. Yep, 4th. You're going to want to not hit these curbs too much, but this curb coming up right here on the right, you can definitely hit. You can float right over that. Just don't bring it out too wide, because that curbing on the outside is pretty bad. You're going to want to get down to 4th here with some braking. Pull it in as tight as possible and start getting on the throttle as soon as you know you can make the corner. And braking here, I brake a little bit before this Yokohama sign. Down to 4th gear, trying to just feel the front tires in the rear through this whole corner here. Modulating the throttle. 4th gear through this next corner too. And then full lift and braking through here. Full lift and braking through here. Try to bring this in as tight as possible so you can get a good run out of here. Full throttle down this back straight. Alright, so this little airborne part of the track, you're going to want to start braking right when you hit the bottom right there. I actually literally got airborne here. So, but right when you hit the your tires reach the ground, you're going to want to give like a slight jolt of brake, and then you're going to want to pull it around and get right back on the throttle. Full throttle all the way through here. Careful of these curves, they're pretty nasty, but you can hit full throttle through here. I braked a little early here, just because I didn't want to ruin my lap that I had going on. But you 5th gear through here, and then brake down to 4th through here. And this next corner is going to be 4th gear, kind of bride that in on possible and like have it sling you out. And 5th gear through this next one, a little bit of braking and full lift. Try to get the best exit possible out of here, because it is obviously the fastest part of the track. Coming down here, gonna be taking a nap during the 24 hours coming down this back straight. Car looks good though. Christopher Becklin made this livery. So full throttle all the way through here. And then coming down to this next one, it looks like I lift right after I come through that second little corner. And then start giving it some brake. And you're going to want to get down to 3rd gear. And then full throttle right now. Alright, that's it. I know it wasn't a perfect lap. Probably not even close, but just thought I would throw a video up for anyone who is driving the TCR car in this 24-hour Nürburgring. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.